Hi, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I want to welcome you to the series of videos that we're going to be doing on the topic of manners. Yes, manners. I know it is a subject that a lot of people think is kind of out of date. We don't talk about manners much. We don't teach manners much. You know, at one time it was a regular part of not only our social interaction and what we taught our children, but it was a part of a curriculum in school. We taught children how to have manners, not just please and thank you and a proper way to eat and not talk with your mouth full of food and that kind of stuff, but just how to have the social graces, so to speak. But the manners that I want to talk about in this series of videos goes a little bit deeper than that. I want to talk about what manners truly is. See, manners is not just please and thank you and how you sit at a table or how you set a table, or again that social interaction that we have. Emily Post, who is wrote the book on manners, literally, and was very famous for being the socialite and talking about etiquette. But Emily Post herself said that manners is how we treat one another. It's showing kindness and showing compassion to other people. And if you do that, it doesn't matter what fork you use. So, you know, even the person who was considered the authority on manners recognized that manners went far deeper than just that behavior thing. And here's a good definition I want you to think about as we go through talking about manners. And that is, manners is simply kindness and respect. Manners is how we treat one another, how we respect one another as people, how we treat one another in showing kindness and grace and compassion and giving mercy and being able to help one another in our own struggles that we all have in life. And it's in doing that is an understanding that true kindness, that true respect for one another, that you really have that kind of manners. So as we begin this series, the first thing I want to talk about is manners and the social structure. How our manners has to do with how we interact with one another, and how the lack of manners or our being able to be slack in how we treat manners has affected our social structure and how we truly do treat one another and think about one another. And so that's going to be the topic of our next video. I do want to say, as I do with most of these series, I'm only going to scratch the surface here. Our videos are short and they're quick because they're meant for you to just pick up something on the go. But these are things to get you to think. That's my purpose in any of the videos that I do. They're to start you to think and then take it from there. Do some research, do some thinking about it, do some application for yourself on how you think these topics apply to you and what you can do to help you move forward. But until our next video for the Growth Center, this is John Patrick Hickey, and I do want to encourage you to always live your purpose and change your world.